following slides, I will be educating you all on the baby boomer generation. That is the generation of the baby boom and the period of the highest known divorce rates. The baby boomer generation, sometimes called boomers, are the demographic group following the silent generation and preceding Generation X. Baby boomers were born between 1947 to 1957, which was during the post-World War II baby boom. If you're curious to know why this generation is called baby boomers, it is simply because of the post-World War II spike in the birth rate that began in 1946. Statistics show that 3 to 4 million babies were born each year from 1946 to 1964. After 1964, there were over 76.4 million baby boomers in the United States. You may be wondering, why did couples wait to have children till that specific time frame? Well, many people postponed marriage during World War II because their husbands were fighting in the war, and simply because it was not a good time to have kids, not knowing how the world would be affected after the war. So once the war ended, young couples rushed to get married as they were eager to have children. Like any other generation, baby boomers divorced because of common issues such as lack of communication, lack of finances, infidelity, and much more. However, in the baby boomer generation was an individual's desire for independence, especially women. From 1946 to 1964, it was against societal norms for women to have children before marriage, so they rushed into marriage to have sex and children. Hence the baby boom. Women would marry cruel and abusive men because marriage was socially accepted during that time. Divorce rates increased once the expectation of marriage subsided in the 1970s. Women were free to work instead of being housewives, as there were increasing numbers of career opportunities available to them. Additionally, these couples divorced because they were simply unhappy. Rushing into marriage to have children can lead to divorce because partners don't know their spouses well enough. Baby boomers were the first cohort to divorce and remarry. The ailment we identified in this population is the rising divorce rates among older adults aged 55 and older. Between 1990 to 2010, divorce rates in older couples skyrocketed. According to Brown and Fenlin, roughly 1 in 4 divorces in 2010 occurred to persons aged 50 and older. Even though it is unclear if divorce rates are increasing in this specific generation today, my group and I wanted to find a way to prevent divorce in older couples altogether. During our intervention, we chose to use spiritual counseling as a way to keep spouses together. Studies have proven this method as effective in therapeutical and counseling settings. As I compare the baby boomer generation to other generations, you can determine your generation from the picture provided on your screen. When compared to other generations, baby boomers are said to be the wealthiest generation of them all. It is not shocking, as baby boomers put forth much dedication to their work. They wanted to make sure their children were well off. Now, they have retirement benefits from Social Security and Medicare. The millennial generation, also referred to as Generation Y, are more competent in technology than baby boomers. The same goes for those in Generation Z. During the baby boomer generation, there was the expansion of the radio, computers, and mobile phones. But the relationship between technology and boomers is vastly different in comparison to our generation. We have smartphones, smart cars, and have eased into accessing the internet. In our generation, it is socially acceptable to have children before marriage. It was different from that of the baby boomers. Millennials take more time to get married than those of the baby boomer generation. As stated before, baby boomers rushed into marriage, which is one common reason for divorce in these older couples. Millennials take time to learn their partners. Baby boomers have higher divorce rates than any other generation, as you may know by now. However, there has been a dramatic decrease in divorce in our generation. Overall, the baby boomer generation is unique because of the number of babies born during that time and their high divorce rates. We're confident that spiritual counseling will be instrumental in the healing of older couples on the brink of divorce, and it will help them to communicate better and help them to find the happiness they seek.